And welcome in to another edition of A Closer Look. I'm your host, Dwayne Nelson, and with me today is Chantel Bogle. She is with Oasis of Kingsport, the executive director there. And glad to have you here on A Closer Look.
It's good to be here.
Talk to us about a little about the Oasis, how long it's been around, and I guess it is a 501c3, right?
Yes, the Oasis is a women's ministry. It's a 501c3 recognized by, of course, the U.S. government. And it is a day facility that basically ministers to women and children, primarily women. It was founded by Kermit Addington back in June of 2014. Since then, we've seen over 700 women since June of 2017 in various ways. It could be that they come only once to do resource counseling. That's where we set up a counseling session where we figure out what their needs are, and then we refer them to different agencies that can help them. Or we gather food, or we gather resources like furniture and things like that to get them into an apartment. Or we issue them a letter of reference so that they can get help at other organizations. And they may never come back after that. They've gotten what they needed. But then some people come in every day to do laundry, and they just use the laundry facility. So.
Now you have, it's open, what, 8 to 3?
It's open Monday through Friday, 8 to 3.
Okay. And then you're talking about the laundry facility, and it's actually really reasonable for them to go there and do their laundry, right?
Well, typically when a woman goes, or a male for that fact, goes to a laundromat, they pay about $8 or so to do, basically that's to wash and dry your laundry, a big load of laundry. At Oasis, you only pay 25 cents a load. That's 25 to wash and dry, and you're allowed 2 loads a day, and we provide all laundry detergents, like stain removers and different things like that. Everything you need to do your laundry is right there within our facility. So basically, you only bring yourself and 50 cents and your laundry, and you're good to go. Right.
And then that money, you turn around and give it to churches and ministries, right?
We do. We get with our ladies and we talk about an organization, 2 or 3 organizations, and we say, or a cause, it could be a cause. Where do you want to send this money this week or this month? And we have chosen, for the last 2 months, we've been sending it over to the victims of the hurricanes. And so that just gives the ladies an opportunity to give back and to really feel like that money is not just going for laundry, but it's going for a bigger purpose.
Now, are there any stipulations as to who you serve?
No, we are a ministry that serves all women. So it doesn't matter what walk of life, where you come from, you are welcome at the Oasis.
So maybe a person is, has fallen to maybe homelessness or that sort of thing. This gives them a chance to come in, get a nice shower, and get kind of rejuvenated. Well,
the experience at Oasis is like you walk in the door and you just feel a sense of home. There's a kitchen, there's a huge table, and it automatically, when you walk in, it's like a covering, a feeling of safety. It's gated, so we have to let whoever comes in and out the door, so the women feel safe there. And it's an opportunity for them to do their laundry. If the clothes they have on their back is the only clothes they have on, they can put those clothes in the wash machine and walk around in a robe. That's the reason why we don't typically let men in during the day, because we do have women who walk around in the facility with robes on, and we have a lot of abused women. So some of them are, triggered by a man coming to the door, different things like that. So we're very careful.
Now this is, I guess, a spiritual-based organization.
It is.
And with that, not only do you provide them with some food or clothing or whatever, you also give them some spiritual counseling as well.
There's not one woman that walks through the door that we don't share Jesus with. We tell them about Christ's love. We show Christ's love. It would be one thing if we just told them about it, but it's another thing when you come and meet people at the door, you hug them and you tell them you love them. And for me, it's awesome just to hear them say, I love you, you know. And when you first meet people, they're uncomfortable with that. You know, if you say, I love you, they're uncomfortable with that. But I find that after a while, and they start to let down their guard, and you really show the love of Christ to them, all of a sudden they're the ones when they're getting ready to leave. Bye, Miss Chantel, I love you, you know. And that's what it's all about. It's like a family environment. And we teach Bible study. And the lady that teaches our Bible study, Miss Kim Scalf, she goes word, you know, line by line, and then she'll explain it, and line by line. And she's been going through the Gospels like that. Wonderful Bible teacher, and very popular. The ladies love to come to her Bible study. We have devotions once a day, and that often turns into a huge discussion where something that was going to be like 25 minutes turns into an hour-long conversation. And these women are really getting a lot out of that. And we've had women who have had spiritual breakthroughs, who have turned their life over to Christ. And that is a big part of what we do, and everything that we do there is based upon that.
Is there any particular story that you can recall that stands out to you about someone that you were proud to help when they were down, and all of a sudden they picked themselves up and have become a true success story?
Well, we've had several of those. I had a couple of ladies sent to me from the Interfaith Hospitality Network. They had been in Interfaith for, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks, and a minister at Higher Ground Baptist Church brought one of them to me. And she was just in a really hard place. She had a daughter, a really young daughter, not even school age, and had come out of a really bad relationship. Like many of our women, they're fleeing a bad relationship, an abusive relationship. They don't know where to go. Some of them, they've depended on their husband to be the sole provider of their home, and now they're without that ability to, you know, to provide for themselves. And so it becomes really hard. You know, how do we get child care? How do we get this person housing? And we were able to, within a period of 3 weeks, get that person a reference for housing, get them their first month's rent and deposit, and get them into a home. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is.
Within a 3-week period of time. And we work with organizations that are in the community like KHRA, and we work with Neighborhood Service Center. And we issue what's called a homeless letter, which is a standard letter that in this town, in order for you to get certain help from different what I call helping organizations, you have to have that letter. And the verbiage has to say, you know, this person is homeless, whether they be what's deemed couch homeless is like, you know, they're staying at a friend's house until they find some place to go, or they're going from family member to family member, or they're living on the street somewhere. So we have to assess the situation, and that's what we did with her. We sat down, we said, you know, what's going on, what do you need? And we sent her to Carpenter's Helper. She was able to go over there and get furniture to furnish her home with. She got a bed for her daughter. So within a short amount of time, we were able to get her from point A to point B, and she became a permanent member of Higher Ground Baptist Church because they also reach out to her. So it's like a teamwork, a team effort of different places in the community to get a person where they need to be.
And that's what I was thinking. You know, you give them a helping hand when they need it, and you, I guess, direct them to the services that are out there that are provided for them to be able to find what's necessary in order to get them back on their feet.
Exactly. That's one of the greatest things we do is the resource counseling. We come up with a plan. We come up with goals, whether it be going back to school. How are you going to get back to school? Well, we're going to send you to LifeBridge. We work with the LifeBridge program. They're going to help you sign up for your FOSFA. They're going to get your financial aid, help you do that. Or if it's going back to get your GED, we help, you know. So all these different things. We set a goal and we set a plan, and within a certain amount of time we want to accomplish these goals, and we try to set reasonable ones. And now, does everyone accomplish all those goals and go to all their appointments like they're supposed to? No, they don't. All we can do is say, here's what we can help you with. It's your responsibility from here on out to make the right decisions and put the right step forward to go forward in life. And I pray over them. And I say, God, open doors before them. Help them if they are willing to do what it takes. But not everybody's willing to do what it takes.
Now, you have a computer there that folks could probably get on and try to find a job and maybe fill out applications or that sort of thing at places.
We do. We have a complete sort of center there with 3 computers. So you can have 3 women on it at one time. And they can go on and apply for jobs. We can help them with resumes there. They're able to print certain things there. We print it for them. So they can take advantage of that every day if they wanted to. Come in and apply for jobs or school or whatever.
So everything is available right there. We're going to talk more about this, and we're also going to, I think you brought some goodies here that we're going to be discussing, and some things that craft event that's coming up and that you all are involved in. So we're going to be talking more with Chantel Bogle here on A Closer Look.